we've coined this term. I think we looked around the internet. I don't know. Goodness over here G-worded it all over the internet. And
PAISA Facts.
we PAISA fact, just PAISA facts.
Wake up in the morning and find something to watch. Wandering my plans and checking on my crimes. Not enough love, not enough love in the world. Not enough love, not enough love in the world.
The Greenhouse with Goodness and Vic.
Beep. We should make a version of our intro song that is like what how does that one song go? Mesa, masa, blah, just like one note, the whole song just dee, 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 dee. Wake up in the morning, right? I think it's good.
I love that shit.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Greenhouse. We're back. We're doing some good shit today, as always. It is episode 6. Wow, we're episode 6 already. It's crazy how time flies. Can you already believe that we're in April?
April. Yo, man. April, man. June 15th. The world should open up again. What do you think about that?
That's so crazy. It's like it only a little bit more over a year. Only a little bit over a year, right? We pretty much went more or less a year in lockdown.
Low key, right? Like low key, right? Like you're like, man, I already got used to living like this. Now I gotta live normal again.
Bro, the anxiety for folks who like literally just don't leave home and like work from home, like myself. Like I literally just work from home. So like I'm just home all the time. And now I'm thinking, what? Like I'm gonna meet people in person and not on Zoom. Like that just that means that we're gonna go and fucking do Greenhouse then. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're back in person again after we had started a year after, you know?
Yeah, man.
It's wild, man.
It's crazy. And then you still got the conspiracy theorists, you know what I mean, out there, you know, like, I mean,
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to turn into a zombie.
Well, you know what? You know, it's like this shit doesn't exist for like the raza, you know what I mean? Like
what do you mean?
like yo, there's a pandemic. Like we still gotta hustle, you know what I mean? Like
exactly. Actually, that's true. That's fact.
We hustle, like we're figuring it out, you know what I mean? Like, you know how many like abuelitas right now have like a DoorDash gig right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true though. I mean, I laugh because I'm just like imagining abuelita over here like trying to find this stupid apartment in Koreatown.
They're not cleaning houses anymore, dog. They're delivering your food, bro, with their daughter. With the daughter in the car. She's like, tú, quéntale la chingadera, yo manejo.
Si hay policía, muévete la cara, ¿ok? Like,
tú te bajas, yo manejo. Let's go. Vamos.
Man, it's honestly,
daughter comes out with her fucking chanclas and shit.
The flip flops on
that's the people delivering the food right now.
It's true though. I mean, so many more people are just ordering food in. Like, I don't. It's gonna be so interesting to see how things shake up when you're talking about going back to people, you know, actually going and eating.
Right now, you gotta start thinking about it now, bro. Like the future. Like I'm not saying be the first, but be like the second, the third, and see what everybody else did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And redefine the way people go out again. You know what I mean?
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to, because the behavior is so different now. People's mentality about it is so different now.
Yeah, it's so crazy. People are, you gotta make them happy, you know what I mean? You gotta make them feel good, you know what I mean? Like people want to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to give them an experience, right?
And a heart, you know what I mean?
They want to heart everything. But no, you got to give people an experience, right? It's not even just the food anymore. It's a full experience now.
I've always been that way, but now it's more than ever, you know what I mean? It's always been about, for me, it's always been about the experience more about than just the food, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You know, me, you know, do a lot of tacos, you know, I've been doing tacos since I was a little kid, you know what I mean? Like I've been making tacos since I was like 7-10 years old, you know what I mean? So
Man.
think about that. Like that's like 30 something years of me making tacos like pretty much every day of my life. Right? Do the math. So my son tagged me fucking, Santa Claus. There's Santa Claus and then there's Taco Claus. You know what I mean? Like I'm like he's Dad, you're like the Santa Claus, but of tacos.
That's the coolest thing ever. I just have a visual of you walking around with a big sack just filled with tacos. It's just like
Dude, I'm gonna
all
do it.
individually wrapped in foil.
Anybody out there, graffiti artists or character drawers,
Yes.
hook me up with the Taco Claus
Make this guy Taco Claus.
animation.
We'll send you whatever image you need. Taco Claus right here. That's an amazing. I feel like you need a shirt that says that now, like just Taco Claus. That's amazing. What did you say when he told you that?
I started laughing. Like he always gets me, bro. Like he's the only one that like disses me hard, bro. And he doesn't like, he has no filter, yo. Like my wife would be like, yo, I feel a little bloated, and he'll be like, yeah, you look fat. Like he just has no filter, yo. Like
yo,
he's the awesome clowner, bro. Like he clowns everybody in the house.
That's amazing.
I feel bad for my daughter coming, yo, because
I don't know, man. She might punk him.
Never know. She probably is.
Yeah,
Gonna be a tough one.
There's something about the only girl who just got to be way extra stronger than everyone. You know what I mean? Hold it down.
I'm telling you, she's gonna be the real athlete in the family, huh?
There you go. Hey, so Taco Claus and I over here got some amazing artists that we're gonna be talking to today.
Yo, I want to do a show. Taco
Just
Claus for Christmas.
imagine a Taco Claus movie.
No, I just want to do a show, like a concert in December.
Oh my god, yeah,
Christmas show.
like a festival.
Just DJs and like maybe a couple acts. That's it.
Damn. Would it be like a Santa Claus suit but with the taco pattern? Like what would be the outfit? What would be the uniform?
I think the Santa Claus part would be like the beard, right? And the way I look, you know.
Right.
But I'd probably be wearing like a chef suit or something like that. You know what I mean? And then I have like a big sack of tacos or something like that.
You'd be everyone's best friend if you just walked around with a sack of tacos to give out.
Dude, that's what I used to go out, right? I used to be like, yo, man, so and so's performing, and we'll be like fucking concert, like, yo, I work all day, right?
Yeah.
And I go home, take a shower, and jump. We go to the concert or whatever, and whoever DJ was performing, and then like people see me at the spots and be like, yo, Omar, where's the tacos at? Like I was supposed to have like a trench coat with like tacos or something, right? Like, yo, what do you want? You want 3 buns? You want carnitas? Have like an enchilada plate come out of nowhere. I know what you need. Wait, I know what you need. Enchiladas.
Oh man, I love that, man. I need someone to make a comic book of that.
That'd be awesome, right?
That'd be amazing. Yo, well, we got 2 amazing artists who we're going to be talking to, and we're going to be showcasing their amazing performances at Water the Plants. First, we got Dos Caras doing Hablandome de la Vida. Up next, interview with him, performance. And then after that, we talked to Daydream Time Machine, Nova, Trials and Trails, a nice little medley between those 2 tracks. So be sure to stay on tuned. We got a lot of good stuff for you. And then at the end of our episode today, we're going to be talking through some of our favorite PAISA facts. Those things that your abuela, your mom, your dad, your uncle, whatever, told you since you were kids, and they were facts. They told you them as they were facts with no basis in reality and no base in actual fact. So we're gonna talk through just hashtag PAISA facts later on today. So be sure to stay on tune. This is the Greenhouse. My name is Vic.
Ya tú sabes, this is goodness.
Catch you on a bit.
Don't know mine, but the other one.
Taco Claus. Yo. We got Vic here, my man Goodness. Yo,
yeah.
We here talking to the man, Dos Caras. Came in, blessed us with some beautiful magic on a shot in the dark with his performance of Hablandome de la Vida. Yo,
You gotta
man.
be a Gemini, right? You Gemini.
Yes, that's
Yo,
exactly right.
for real? Oh
Yeah.
man. Yo, my girl's gonna love that. She's a Gemini too. She's gonna be like, just a little two-faced, Yo.
That's right.
My daughter's supposed to be born between May 20th and the 30th, around there.
Oh, so it's like
I'm the 29th.
Oh, there it is. Oh shit, that's
that's
tight.
tight.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey man, thank you so much for taking the time and talking with us. We appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. Thank you guys for holding it down for the culture, and for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
It's an honor, a pleasure, man. I'd like once again, thank you, for rocking with us. You killed it on this performance. We were just talking about it, how fresh it was. Like it was like rap, but rock en español at the same time. I mean, with the guitar.
Right.
Like, where you coming from? Like, tell the people where you're from.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate that. So I'm a kid from Los Angeles, California, born and raised. Of course, first generation here, born and raised. My parents are from Mexico. My pops, que en paz descanse, my pops died in 2019. That was a very, crazy time in my life. But he was from Sinaloa, and my mom's from Sonora, so it's the northern part of Mexico. So basically, just to answer your question, that whole feel that I brought to H2O the plants was just me being raised in LA around, the compas, the gangsters, just everything, man. Just a big gumbo in where I grew up in Huntington Park, to be exact, the southeast of Los Angeles and stuff like that. So just been very been a blessing.
They say if you start, I remember back in the day, they say if you start a business in Huntington Park, like it's gonna do good,
Wait, why do they say that?
Because it's like the entrepreneurial city of like that little central LA,
It's just like Sela.
It's like everybody's a boss,
Hey,
they work their 9 to 5, but maybe on the weekends they got like a swap meet, set up.
Exactly, that's true.
That's a good thing to come from.
Yeah, my pops was a hustler, very, he worked an honest living on his life. but at the end of the day, you gotta move stuff on the side and do the hustle to keep moving it. So yeah, man, that's what's up.
Fixing washer machines and shit. I mean,
he actually made mattress. He was a mattress. He did the mattress, for the beds and all that stuff. So I remember, he worked there all his life since
it's a craft, bro. You don't understand. That's an artwork. Like every bed is made. Like the people that actually make beds, every bed is made different.
Yes, it is. Yep.
That's amazing, man. So how did you get started in playing music? What was kind of your intro? I mean, you know how it is growing up first gen, you come through, parents might be, listening to some stuff in Spanish. You might be listening to some more pop stuff or whatever it is, but what's kind of your background in coming into music and what kind of kept you going in that?
Yeah, for sure. So
bookies.
Those bookies.
Hey, that's true. No, I mean, all of it, man. Like I said, growing up, I don't think I've ever had musicians in my family per se, like, people playing this and that, but music was always in my household, in the car, whatever my parents were doing, there was something bumping, something, and it was usually banda, norteño, mariachi, all that ranchera stuff. But then again, I have older siblings, right? So I'm like the baby of the family. And then so they had Depeche Mode, Metallica, and JJ Fad, so it was just a big gumbo at the crib too, just all kinds of music. So I was inspired by everything, and Anitos Verdes, Maná, all that stuff. So that's where you get that from.
like you said, that gumbo, right? That you take a little piece of each of that and you can make something that's authentically kind of encompassing who you are as a person, what you grew up listening to.
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome, man. So what, if you were, what's kind of your realm? Like what would you say is like the genre you're pursuing the most right now? What's the sound that you're kind of looking to work toward? Who are kind of your biggest inspirations in the music that you're making nowadays?
Sure. Honestly, man, I'm an older head, so at this point in life, I just do what really makes me happy with the music. If it drives me somewhere, if it takes me there, if I feel it in the soul, in my heart, I make the music. If not, then there's no reason to be wasting time on it. And there's too much beauty in this world to be wasted. Just in one lane. So I like to spread it all around. Come in contact with so many different musicians, from a tubero playing the tuba to a rocker playing, an electric guitar. I have those homies around me constantly, so I'm just inspired by all of that. And sorry, I forgot the other part of the question, but
No worries. I mean, I think it's really just like inspiration and sounds. When you're thinking about like who Dos Caras is, like how would you, like, for someone who might have never
I
heard
got you.
before, how would you describe it?
Dos Caras is basically, for me, the way I see it, it's a very universal topic, because we all have, the bad and the good, and we're all very innocent at first, and somehow we want to keep that innocence, but we get into some darkness, and we don't want to show it, so we play those two parts, and so Dos Caras really represents I think just everybody in this world that has that struggle of back and forth, like the Gemini, like, Goodness was saying at the beginning, it's the bad and the good, and you gotta make the best out of it. And that's basically what my music represents. Everything comes from the heart. I don't think I've ever just spit any lines there that are gimmicky, that are just fake. Everything is true, man, and that's basically my music.
Yo, who are you rocking right now? Like what are you listening to right now?
Honestly, bro, if you see my playlist, it's crazy. Like, people can't understand my playlist or my taste. I go for, I listen to, like, the J. Cole. I go to Las Dos Carnales, and then, I listen to Enanitos Verdes, one of my favorite bands. I go back to the old school. I came up with Project Blowed and stuff like that. So, like, Abstract Rude, it's always there. Like, everything. Just, I mean, I like Drake, I rock with a bunch of stuff, and but I'm very selective on the songs, and that's what, like, a lot of people are like, man, like, you don't like the artist? I'm like, no, I just like this song. They rocked out on this one. I'm very selective with my music, but yeah, it's a big range of things, man. Like, of course, like a lot of banda, a lot of corridos, and like a lot of underground old school hip hop, just everything, bro. I'm that person that I can't be just rocking with one thing for 4 months. I get tired, I get bored. I want more things, hitting my mind, expanding it, so to speak.
I feel like we can both relate. Like, Goodness and I come from such a background of so many different types of music. Like, it plays such a big, all of the different sounds play such a big role in so many different parts of us. You know what I mean?
And for sure, man. It molds you, who you are.
Yep.
What are you guys into, if you don't mind me asking?
Everything you said was dope. I mean, I listen to good music. That's it.
Right.
Goodness.
There you go.
I'm not even gonna say what. I mean, I'm a b-boy,
At heart, as
but
you.
but I mean, come on. I mean, it was my chore and my hobby to find the most rarest music ever, you know what I mean? And dopest music ever. And so I've listened to it all, I've listened to it all.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, man. I love good music. That's all I gotta say. I love good music.
Hey, dope.
I I try and change it up. What I've been doing a lot lately is actually listening to a lot of different music in different languages, like French and Portuguese.
Yeah, kickback, fool.
Well, I don't even know what they're
He's a
saying, bro. I don't.
he's an upper echelon vato.
Hey,
Relax.
hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm a sophisticated fool, you know. No, honestly, I just think it's so interesting to hear how certain certain dialects, languages sound when singing. For example, there's like these crazy Japanese cumbia bands who are fucking tight, like they're badass, but them singing to the melody in Japanese is so different, and it like works really well.
You can
Uh,
imagine.
there's like this
Yeah.
Portuguese like indie rock person named Ana Frango Elétrico, and it's like very elegant and like kind of, I don't even know how to, like, decadent in a way. But I have no idea what these people are saying. Like,
Was it
I
like
just-
like Jose and
That's dope.
yeah,
orchestra or what?
pretty much. I mean, I'll send some links. I'll send you guys some links.
Yeah, that you just blew my mind right now, dog. Shit.
Well, it's like the music, like the whole corrido, the whole ranchera stuff. It's already like worldwide now, you know, like
exactly.
Colombians, Ecuador, like all these
Yep.
people are rocking with it now.
Yeah, it just traveled around the world. You know what I mean? Everybody's doing their own take on it because they love the sound of the music, which I think is tight because that's how you revolutionize a genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. I think it's that time, kind of like a reggaeton. You know, it came, it shook, and then the whole shuffling took it, down a little bit, and then just boom. Now it's reggaeton is another genre that's gonna be here forever,
Exactly. And there's
worldwide.
there's a bunch of different spin-offs of it. You know what I mean? Like Latin
Exactly.
trap. You know what I mean? Like, which is basically a different form of reggaeton. You know what I mean? And so
But-
when it comes
But now we have that with the regional stuff, like the Mexican stuff.
exactly.
Now the Puerto Ricans are doing it, and that's what I was waiting for.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's an exciting time. I think that's why it's such a beauty to see this genre bending, genre defying stuff coming through. I mean, Goodness and I talk about it all the time, but like Goodness said, there was a point in time when jazz and hip hop were so polar opposite. And now it's like they're so
Exactly.
intertwined that if you're not doing jazz and hip hop, you're like not even doing hip hop anymore. You know, like it's not even real hip hop, which is crazy.
Right.
Or is not, or no, vice versa. If there's not enough hip hop in your jazz, then it's not really jazz anymore.
Exactly. That's the shit I'm here for, though, because similarly,
Yeah.
you grow up hearing all these different sounds and styles. It's like it's not about sticking to a genre anymore. It's about being able to blend that stuff together into the best tasting jambalaya you've ever had in your life.
What was that one Mando dude that was doing like nothing but like video game boom bap?
Chip tune
Chip
is what you call it. Yeah, it's like chip tune, which is like 8-bit video game music, but hip hop.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's
Pennsylvania
tight.
shit, like like
It's super tight.
Oh, I think that was one of the guys, right? That you guys had here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on one of our previous episodes, and he came through.
I saw a
like,
piece of that. Yeah, I saw a piece of that. That's dope.
he came through like 2 weeks ago. He's tight, man. I mean, and that's the cool thing is we get to meet so many amazing people like yourself who like are coming through and are the products of their environment. They listen to all these different types of music and were inspired by all these different sounds, and now they're turning it into their own, man. So that's exciting. That's super exciting.
So tell us about this performance, man. Just break it down for them right now, because they're about to see it right now for the first time. Let the people know what the whole performance is kind of. I know that you spoke on it a little bit earlier, but just to kind of cue them up for the performance,
Of course. Yeah, so Hablandome de la Vida is the song that I chose to perform on H2O The Plants along with the homie Mikey Dubs. It was the first time I met Mikey Dubs. We had never even seen each other in our lives.
Damn.
The homie Solaris put that together. So shout outs to Solaris
Shout out
DJ
Dennis. That
Yeah,
guy's a mastermind. Always pulling the strings like a puppet
It
master.
was always working.
Yeah.
that's the homie. That's my bro right there. Yeah. Shout outs to Solaris for putting that together. But it all came out so organically, and that's what it's all about. Like H2O the plants organically, man, and just let that thing grow. And that's what we did, bro. We just went in there, just gave it a couple tryouts, and I was like, dude, let's just roll, let's just roll with it. And I think it was Hablandome de la Vida, and I think I dropped some other little freestyle in there, but basically the song is about just life and just basically what I've been through, what I'm seeing. Action speaks louder than words, all that stuff, how people complain about the pot smoke, but we're getting killed with all this damn, other pollution, right? Up in the air. So it just touches a bunch of that on the vaccine, jeringas and all, like it just touches a little bit on a lot of stuff. That the actual song is available everywhere. If you guys want to listen to it, it has a whole different 360 on it from the H2O the plants that you'll see right now. If you want to hear the official version of it, it's everywhere. You can find it on YouTube or everything. Dos Caras. It just has my spin on it. Has tuba, charchetas, and then the boom bap. So
hell yeah. Yes. So where can everyone find you online? What's like the best place for everyone to find you, and what else are you working on in the future for everyone to give everyone a heads up?
Hell yeah, thank you guys. No, well, everything is Dos Caras, DOSCARAZ at the end, Z for zoo or zebra or whatever. There's another Dos Caras with an S, but I'm the original Dos Caras with the Z. All the links are there. Every not the links, but all the handles are Dos Caras. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And then you can actually go to the official website, doscaras.com. And, we got a single video coming out. It's called Veneno with JP. If you guys know about JP, old school JP. We did something with another rock style with Itamara and Jaxi, two outstanding artists, badass women. So look out for that. It's coming out soon. The video will be out soon. The song, you can find it everywhere.
Hell yeah, man.
Two-Face, Dos Caras.
Dos Caras.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
I appreciate you guys.
Hey, appreciate you, man. For everyone watching, be sure to stay on tune. Dos Caras out here going to be has the full performance of Hablandome de la Vida. My man, thank you so much for taking the time, bro. We appreciate you.
Gracias. Saludos.
Respect,
thank
bro.
you. Appreciate it. Respect, man. Thank
Thanks
you.
for rocking with us, G.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, aquí vamos, Dos Caras, Mikey Dubs. Check, check, 1, 2. Oye, existen las palabras, no sé para qué. Las acciones siempre tienen más poder y la verdad se oculta solo pa' joder. La confianza no se sabe agradecer, por eso ya nunca la volverán a ver. Y el mundo se sigue haciendo más cruel, pero sigue, no te dejes vencer, porque las derrotas no son para siempre. Si te caes, sigue tú sonriente. Claro que los golpes siempre duelen, esta vida no golpea leve. Todo lo que hace es adrede, enseñanza de que no te enredes. Si te enredas te trompiezas breve, deslizante como cuando llueve. Ser sincero siempre con la gente, es idea que siempre llevo en mente. Buena modales de mi madre y jefe, sigo chambeando, sigo diligente. Que nunca falte la banda sinaloense. Hey, oye, Dos Caras in the house with Mikey Dubs. Aquí estamos, ya nos vamos, oye. Peace.
All right, what's up? Yo, I am here with Daydream Time Machine. My guys, how you guys doing?
Doing great.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys for taking the time, man. I appreciate it. First and foremost, let's get some introductions. Let people know who you are, who you guys are, what you're all about.
Cool. I'm Chris, and I sing and play guitar for the Daydream Time Machine.
Yeah, I'm Roman. I play bass for Daydream.
Yeah, and we're basically a band based in Pomona, California.
P-Town.
We love to make music, man. So that's our thing.
Hell yeah. So how did you guys get started? How did you guys be?
Me and Roman,
Yeah.
actually, we went to school together.
Nice.
We lived in the same area in Ontario, and we actually used to be in a punk band, me and him,
Oh,
and
yeah.
his brother.
Nice. What was the band?
Yeah,
name?
we were called the Skanks.
The Skanks. Did you guys play like ska punk?
No, honestly, we were just, it started off being called Krusty Chunch,
Uh-huh.
and then it was like the Suicide Skanks, and then we're like, nah, just the Skanks. So,
It's like
Yeah.
true
We were
crush
just-
punk fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We were just fast, loud, a little annoying, a little cute.
angry.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. That's the move. Honestly, I feel like I come from a punk background. I grew up in La Puente. So like, you know,
Big city, man.
Yeah.
what was
I
that?
just got flashbacks. I was drunk all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
exactly. Pretty much a drunk backyard party in the middle of LP. Like, yeah, no, man. I mean, that was the whole circuit back in the day. And like, I remember over 10 years ago at this point, 10, 15 years ago, we have these backyard parties. And it'd be all this like, like not like youth crew, but like just later age punk, you know, not like 80s, just hardcore punk, but like, there's this band called Hold Your Ground that was really like around the circuit for a while. I mean, that DIY scene was the shit though. You learned so much part of it.
Yeah, I think it really did play into where we're at now. You know, just being so young and seeing like a bunch of people get together and really just being devoted to our craft at such like
Yeah,
we didn't seem young then, but looking back, we were so young and just down to play music as a group.
Yeah, and we did that for like, I want to say now a little bit more than 10 years.
Yeah.
That's how long him and I have been just like playing music together. Just to segue back into that question.
So you guys have probably even like gone through different phases together, like listening to a bunch of different types of music and being interested in a bunch of different things like that.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think if we were to break it down, I think we started with punk rock and then transitioned into ska and then reggae.
Nice.
And then just different phases, and then slowly ended up where we're at now, which is, I feel like, a combination of all of it in its own different way, you know, and a different way of expressing it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's a progression, and you can actually like just you laying that out actually lays out that gradual progression. Because, you know, I mean, I can still get down and listen to a lot of the stuff that I used to, you know, 10, 15 years ago, but your interests change, you know, stuff shifts, things kind of adapt, you know, whatever it may be. What is the weirdest phase that you both have probably went through together or seen each other go through?
For me, the weirdest phase was during that whole process of getting to Daydream Time Machine is like spiritually leaving the whole crew to go to, like, I lived in the desert for about 8 months to live with my grandmother. And the weird part was after coming back, I haven't seen him like on almost a year.
Yeah.
And then I just walked up to the garage and it was like, oh, I have my stuff in the car. You want to jam? And he's like, yeah, we have a show in 3 days. Can you learn our songs in 3 days? That was weird for me, but it was great.
That's like it's like something you see in the movies.
Yeah.
Really.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's a great origin story.
Yeah.
Right. The Lord set us up.
Yeah, it was a good set.
Yeah, no, it was very cool. Yeah, at the time, because when we started Daydream, it was actually me and one of our friends were kind of just messing around recording, and then we started getting gigs. And yeah, when Roman came up, we actually really needed a bass player, and he literally was walking up, and we're like, "Are you down?" And he's like, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
So we went from there. I think it was before New Year's, right? We did like a New Year's gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
That was weird.
yeah, but you know what's cool is because we have so much chemistry, and Roman's one of my favorite bass players. So because we have that chemistry, it's a little easier to mesh when we do get together and want to create. It's actually very natural, and it happens, very smoothly. It's not like we need weeks and weeks.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, and then after so much time together, you guys have that synchronicity. Like you can just pick up kind of where you left off,
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Dude.
So,
Yeah.
so tell me more about this Nova Trials and Trails medley.
Cool. Yeah. So Nova is actually a song from our last release that we released in I think 2019. And Trials and Trails is actually a song. It's an old song that we kind of brought back, and we're gonna put it on our new album. So the medley was interesting because I think you guys the idea of Shot in the Dark was you do one take, one song, and just go with it, right?
Yeah.
So for us, we could have easily have done Nova, but we also really like Trials, and I think we just kind of wanted to challenge ourselves a little bit and make a combination. Luckily, they're on the same key, so it works out. So we got together a little bit before and kind of just spliced that together. I think it was like a little bit of a challenge for us, like something interesting, something new to make it kind of like impactful, I guess.
And raw.
Uh-huh.
Which is super important, especially for Shot in the Dark. I mean, I feel like the thing that we've seen the most on this series is people taking what they feel like is their best representation. Because the idea of the Shot in the Dark is like everyone gets a shot in the dark, right? Everyone gets a chance or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So taking, you know, what they feel is the best representation of who they are as an artist and what they do, and just going for it and keeping it as real as possible, you know, not worrying too much about it being perfect or nailing it, because that's a big part of being an artist in general. You know what I mean? I feel like typically when it's more raw and it's more authentic, I think it sounds better, you know?
Yeah.
But the medley was tight. I mean, did you guys practice that before, or did you just go in and make it happen?
We did one little rehearsal I think the day before, here at the Sunshine Manor is where we're at now.
Is that where you're at right now?
Yeah. This is where I stay.
Nice.
It's like a 13-bedroom house with a bunch of roommates, but it's really musical here. So yeah, everyone's open. There's a bunch of artists, people that we've played shows with in the past. So but yeah, we did rehearse it. Do you remember that? I think it was.
I don't remember it, but I'm sure we did.
We definitely did.
He was like, I don't remember, but I trust you.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. So I think that was before. No, it was during quarantine. Huh?
Yeah,
during some of the quarantine.
Yeah. So how? I mean, I know COVID and the pandemic and quarantine has like made so much impact just general on everybody's life, but how has that specifically impacted kind of what you guys have done in the terms of the creative process, or even in terms of like releasing and you know, typical things that a band tries to do, like, you know, obviously touring and all that, but more on the creative side, like how has that made you guys maybe adapt or shift, or what's kind of been the new way that you guys have gone about creating music and writing music?
I mean, I'm sure it affected everybody in sort of the same way with their own personal creative experiences. So, I mean, without it being said, I mean, everyone can relate to the same situation where we have some hindrances and we have some also creative flows at certain moments. But with us, since we're a band and we're a team, it's just easier to express them since, you know, some people are solo and it's hard for them to get it out there. But for us, it wasn't too much of a challenge because this whole existence of Daydream Time Machine has just been a constant natural flow. You know, nothing could stop it really.
Yeah, I would say in a way it was kind of a blessing, right, for us, because we obviously the shows weren't happening, but I feel like in the past we were almost fighting for time to create. And also time to play shows, because when you take on a show, you kind of, your whole mentality changes of what you're doing when you're all together.
Right.
And for us, it would be a lot of like, you know, just practicing a set or trying to create something unique, you know, because we're playing so many gigs, we didn't want the same set every time. Yeah. So in the past, in the way, in a sense, you know, it wasn't getting in the way, it was just part of it. But ever since the shows kind of stopped, it allowed us to kind of have more free time to be creative, to write something new. And, you know, in theory, it sounds like that's exactly what would happen. Like, oh, I wish I had more time to create. And then once you have time, then it's like, oh shit, well, you know, now it's easy to, what's the word? Like, it's easy to procrastinate or get sidetracked. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that happened to me, speaking personally, sometimes. But like record-wise, recording-wise, it did actually allow us to go in and finish something we started right before the quarantine, which is our next album.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so in like a bigger scheme, it didn't really hinder us. We just kind of just went with it. You know,
Yeah.
we kind of try to cope with our surroundings, and at this moment, especially now since it's still sort of happening, it's just we just continue just to be cautious of what that is, you know. But
Yeah.
continue, we just continue.
Adapt and survive, man.
That's what I was gonna say. That's number one. That's number one right there. You got to adapt. I mean, one thing that I had thought about, and I come from a world of being a musician, playing, kind of just having music for fun in terms of like being of performing, and then jumping into like the business side. I jumped into management. I was working at a couple different promoters, Live Nation, some of the bigger ones that are kind of slowly fucking up the world, but also helping the world in a weird way. And when everything happened, you know, especially when you're kind of working on building a career and trying to really get noticed and heard through all the different noise that exists out there, like there's so many things to juggle. You know what I mean? There's so many things that need to be considered when you're trying to build a career as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Or as a band. What I was hoping what would happen, obviously, you know, as number one, everybody staying safe and as healthy as possible, but we go back to just focusing on the fucking music. You know what I mean? Like the look, the popularity, the social media, all this crap, the marketing of it, important for a number of reasons, right? Because it's the package that people are looking for. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to the music, right? You know, it all comes down to the music. And I would hope so. I hope that that's like the foundation. That's the soul of anything that's done in the music industry. It's not, but that's where I hope things would go, because people weren't able to tour, weren't able to do a lot of the things they're used to or whatever it might be. And then we're finally able to just focus on writing and recording. I mean, I think, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how the next year, 2 years even, of releases are going to look, and the stories that people are going to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm sure there's going to be a huge burst of creative energy and new musicians coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it.
And more just like jumbo, like just gumbo of like sounds and styles. I mean, one thing that we see a lot here at Water the Plants and on the greenhouse specifically when we talk to folks is like, it's not slowly, but it's like noticeably becoming more apparent that genres are becoming less and less of a thing, right?
Yeah, love that. I really love that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be any, I mean, it's all like from the artist's perspective, but I don't think there should be like limitations to the style or the genre or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
If you hear a reggae song, make a reggae song.
Make a reggae song. Exactly.
Yeah, so,
exactly.
That's really cool. I like what you said. I really do hope that genres become less of a thing, or like a
more openness in the approach to them. You know what I mean? Like people always give shit to people, and I think it's funny, and I make fun of it because I think it's just funny what people come up with, of like coming up with these like ridiculous, funny, you know, genre names. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way, because at the end of the day, that shows that there's some creativity toward an approach on something that's traditionally been categorized as X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. Well, I think in general, like you can definitely get a taste of the stuff that you guys had mentioned, the different sounds that you guys had mentioned, even in just this medley. So, you know, I'm really excited for the album. For everyone who like has no idea how to find you guys, who you guys are, where can they find you? Where can they look you up? And what should they be on the lookout for in the future?
Okay, yeah. I mean, right now there's not many shows, but if they want to find us, you guys can find us on YouTube, Instagram, all the social medias. We're on all there. We're on all those. We do have a new album coming out in May, actually. We're literally working on it as we speak, before and after the call. But yeah, that's going to be finished and released in May. So after that, we're going to have a nice little release show. So hopefully someone could catch us at one of those, whenever they may be. I think things are slowly kind of coming back up right now.
Yeah. Looks like California's going to be open by June 15th. So we'll see when shows start from there.
It's kind of weird. Like you kind of, I don't know. You don't want to rush into playing shows, but
but we're not gonna hesitate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the balance, right? It's like, yo, I don't know if we should be first, but we definitely shouldn't be like the 5th or 6th people who are jumping in to start getting shows going.
Yeah, I mean, if it's done right, I think if it's done right, then it'll be okay, you know?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different ways that people have to approach things. And I don't think that's an issue. You know, it shouldn't be an issue. It's just about figuring it out.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
being cautious, being careful, but also, you know, having a good time as well.
Definitely.
And against music out there. So
definitely. And where can people find you guys online?
YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. We have mostly we're posting on the Instagram. That's
Cool.
where kind of we keep everything up to date. But yeah, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. If anyone wants to listen to us, I think people listen to Apple Music too, or whatever the streaming devices are, we're on there.
Awesome. And then just Daydream Time Machine everywhere, right?
Yeah, Daydream Time Machine.
Awesome. Perfect.
That's the key.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time, man. We appreciate it. For everyone watching, stay on tune. We're going to have the performance up next. It's going to be Nova, Trials and Trails, Medley. You guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Definitely can't wait to have everyone in the studio. We could celebrate with a little barbecue outside or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. All right, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you guys later.
Later, Vic.
Darling, it's you, it's all that we do. I lay in my tomb, I stay up all night. I wonder why you leave me this way. Fast and slow, don't know where to go. We're up and we're low. I wonder, could you help me understand? See things your way. Ba-ba. Set me free, but don't let me leave. I want to believe. I wonder why it feels so lonely. It goes, it stays close to me. And this time, it's yours and it's mine. It's all in our minds. Help me understand. See things your way. thrill in my name. I know I've done wrong, but darling, things change. You don't believe me, and I do not blame you. If you would leave me, it'd be the smartest thing that you could possibly do. I'm coming clean, I'm coming through. Sweet as can be, these thoughts are of you. I was in pieces, ooh, shattered and blue. Pick any reason, but don't you say I did not feel for you. But don't you say I did not feel for you. For you.
Yes.
Yo, we back. Now that's super hot fire. You guys are lucky. We're over here just dropping amazing artists, getting a chance to work with all these folks and just bringing them to you over here on a silver platter. You know what I'm saying?
We're doing the Lord's work.
We are. Yo, thank y'all for staying tuned with us for this entire episode. As I mentioned before, Water the Plants, Vic, Goodness, The Greenhouse. We had Dos Caras, who we just talked to earlier today, and Daydream Time Machine. But right now, we want to talk about something very special and something that we don't think has been talked about enough. And we've coined this term. I think we looked around the internet. I don't know. Goodness over here G-worded it all over the internet. And
PAISA Facts.
PAISA Fact, just PAISA Facts.
What is that?
What is a PAISA Fact?
Let them know what. Let them know what a PAISA Fact is.
A PAISA Fact is a fact, something that's been told to you, a statement that's been told to you, or that you've heard, or is repeated often, especially culturally, as fact, that has no actual factual basis in reality. So things that you've heard, that have been said, that have been repeated over and over and over again, that actually don't have any real facts. They're not actually facts. They're just repeated so often that they're believed to be fact. So examples. If you go outside with your hair wet, you're going to get cold after taking it, or you're going to get sick, right? A lot of PAISA facts have to do with getting sick.
That's a PAISA
Right.
fact. Or like, yo, you got a headache? Just drink a Coke.
Yeah, or like or Sprite. Just drink a Sprite for everything, right? It's like, oh, your stomach hurts? Toma un Sprite, está bien. No te preocupes, toma un Sprite, right? You know, if you walk around barefoot around the house, you're gonna get sick. If you feel cold, it means you have low blood sugar. Just wild
Put a
thing.
fucking jacket on, man.
If you don't leave the house on Good Friday, or else the devil's gonna get you.
What?
Yo,
You
if
know?
your feet are hanging out from your bed, or if you're bad, La Llorona is gonna get you.
Damn, Paisa facts.
Vicks Vapor Rub cures literally everything.
Ah, nomás ponle Vicks. Ahí nomás ponle
Ponle
Vicks.
la Vicks, está bien, no te preocupes, ponle la Vicks. I mean,
On the bottom of their feet.
exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
And like
But
right
yo,
here.
why do they why do they put it in the bottom? Like that's I mean I don't know anything about it. But the bottom of the feet is always I get that one. It's like
Like
ponle,
what?
pues, ponle abajito, ahí, pues, Paisa facts.
Paisa facts. Literally they have no basis in
The
reality.
doctor's like, please don't put Vicks on their feet. Like,
Yeah, I guess we should preempt this with the statement, don't try this stuff at home. We're not liable for the pendejadas that you get into.
or like when someone's sweeping the floor and they accidentally sweep your toes. Like
What does
you're
that
gonna
mean?
you're gonna be a widow, or like I don't know if a guy could be a widow, but like a girl would be a widow, you know what I mean?
No, a guy could be a widow too.
Okay,
So you'd be a widow.
I thought the term came from like the black widow, how like they kill their husband or whatever.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that anyone who loses a husband, wife.
Paisa facts right there.
There you go, Paisa facts, exactly. We're just literally just making statements with no, like, there's no fact checker on this show.
Wait. You could be a male and be a black widow. Like, no, you can't, because isn't a black widow a girl? Like a female spider?
Like, all right. Where did the burrito originate?
What's that?
Where did the burrito originate?
Burrito originated, I think it was like probably like somewhere like in Juarez. Like,
Paisa facts. Didn't it originate in fucking California?
No.
In San Diego?
Burritos were things that you would make, your mom would make, or your grandma would make, and she would make a bunch of them, but they weren't big. They were little ones.
They're little burros.
And then you make like 20 of them and you put them in a little box.
Yep.
You go to work in the fields and you have burritos because they were for the road. They were called burritos because for the trip. You take a burro when you go on a trip, right?
Yep.
So it's a burrito, So you go on a trip. So that's a paisa fact for your ass right there.
That's just true facts. Someone fact check it. Fact check that shit. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a burrito right there.
That's a burro right there.
And then I don't know. Then people did burritos differently everywhere. Wet
and then
burritos.
and then
Like,
San Diego white people or the people in San Diego decided to stick French fries in it and call it a California burrito.
dude, have you speaking of burritos, have you heard, this is a shameless plug, have you had the Baja California burrito at Taco Nazo?
What? Yes, bro. Are you kidding me?
You had that one already, the Baja California burrito?
Wait, isn't that a wait? What is this? Is that the fish with the with fries?
No. We made the Baja California burrito at Taco Nazo. It's on the secret menu.
Okay.
And it comes with the beans, the rice, and it comes with fish, and we put a potato taco in it.
What?
And guacamole, and so you have a potato taco
I
inside.
haven't tried that.
We got a little potato crunchiness, so it's pretty good.
Damn.
It's some crazy stuff on the secret menu. You gotta check it out.
That's a game. I mean, I've tried the surf and turf. I've done the grilled shrimp. What else have I done?
Next time you're at your grandma's house,
Go through. Get me a Baja California taco or a burrito.
Yeah, burrito.
Wow. See,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
not
just-
Paisa facts. That's just pure facts.
That's pure facts right there. People don't know they can order that right now. They could just go to any store and order anything off the secret menu.
Yeah.
Go
hell
do that.
Do that. You will not regret it. 100% will not regret it.
Yes, yo.
Paisa facts, literally, if you watch season 1 of The Greenhouse, we dropped so many facts, basically stating things as they were true, even though we didn't really know whether or not they were true.
Yeah, we need to put a disclaimer like Paisa facts are not really true. You know what I mean? Like,
May or may not be true. It's like the man, what is that show? The show where they tested a bunch of different things and theories. What Mythbusters? It's like the Mythbusters, like may or may not be true. We're not held liable regardless.
Yeah, we didn't invent this. We're just spreading the gospel.
It's so true. It's so true. I mean, we want to hear what you all have to think. We want to hear about some Paisa facts that you may have heard growing up, that you know of,
Yeah,
that
comment some spice effects down here, yo. Like, give us some.
in the comments. Let us know, because we think it's amazing. We think the fact that storytelling so prevalent in our cultures, and that gets embedded into how knowledge is passed on. I mean, at the end of the day, you try convincing my abuela that if you walk outside with your hair wet, you're not gonna get sick. She ain't gonna
Yeah,
listen
man,
to
but you are the low key, dude. That's like,
it. Paisa facts.
I
Paisa
mean, that's only science, bro.
Paisa facts are only based in reality of science.
Yeah, science is. Yo, it's Mexican ingenuity.
Exactly. That's what I like to call it. Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching. We appreciate you guys. Once again, drop down in the comments. Let us know your favorite Paisa facts. Let us know the best ones that you've heard. We want to hear about them. We want to talk about them. You can earn a shout out in the next show if we really love one that you contribute. My name is Vic.
Yo, I'm the goodness.
Thank you for staying on tune.
I'm the taco class.
The Taco Claus. Also, if you can do a cartoon of Taco Claus or an animation or a drawing or whatever, send it our way.
Yes, sir.
We'll frame it and put it in the studio.
You got it, big dog.
All right, y'all. Thank you for
My son immortalized me.
Let's go. He made your identity.
I'm gonna take tacos to a home near you. To all, I'm gonna take tacos to all the little paisita kids.
Yeah. Yeah, si yo tengo Taco Claus. Taco Claus qué? And then Taco Claus is gonna turn into a Paisa fact.
Who would take to the kids that are not nice, or
To the hungry kids, to the kids who are hungry.
There you go. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.